All right. When you are ready, go ahead and come into your comfortable seat. Find both of your sit bones on the mat. Draw your belly in, sit up nice and tall. Let your eyes close. Feel the air conditioning on your body. It is too hot to be outside right now. Let your breath slow down. Let your mind settle. Let your hands sit on your lap. Let them get heavy. Feel the connection of your hands on your knees or your thighs. Hinge forward just slightly at your hips and then hinge backwards. And feel the connection under your bum with the mat. And now maybe rock gently a little bit side to side, allowing yourself to feel all aspects. And then go ahead and come to stillness, drawing up nice and tall. Let your eyes close just for a moment. If that's not comfortable, gaze at the ground softly in front of you. We're going to take a couple deep breaths here, letting ourselves settle in. All right, on your next breath, inhale your arms out to the side and all the way up overhead. Interlace your fingers and flip your palms up to the ceiling. Stretch up through the sides of your body. Reach your thumbs up. Take a big inhale, and on your exhale, bend over to the right. Stretch through the left side of your body. Come back up to center. Breathe in. Exhale over to the left. Come back up through center. We're going to exhale and round our spine as we bring our arms out in front of us. Palms can flip back towards yourself. And now inhale, open your arms up, letting them reach out behind you. Nice. And now bring them back up overhead, interlace with the other thumb on top. Flip your palms up to the ceiling. Reach up. Exhale over to the right. Reach your pinky fingers towards the side of the room, stretching a little bit longer. And then come through center. Breathe in. Exhale over to the left. Draw your pinky fingers out towards the windows. Come back up through center. Exhale, round your spine. Flip your palms towards yourself. Curl yourself back. And then inhale, open your heart forward, letting your arms come a little bit behind you. With your arms out to the side, twist to the right, bringing your left hand to your right knee and your right hand behind you. Breathe here, nice and gentle. And then open your arms back up to the side and twist to the left. Right hand on your left knee, twisting. And then come back to center. Flip your palms, press your hands out to the side. Feel your forearms start to stretch. See if you can straighten your fingers out, flexing them back towards your head. And now drop them down to the floor. Can you curl them in towards your forearm? Stretching through your forearm muscles. Now a little bit faster. Flip them up, move them down. Flip them up, move them down. One more time. And down. Let your arms come on down. Roll your shoulders out. And then switch the direction. And then make your way into tabletop with your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. You might want to pull even more forward because when you get into down dog, I'm afraid you'll kick the wall. Line up, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Look back behind you. Make sure you can't see your feet. Drop your belly, big inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale, open your heart forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round. Come back to your neutral spine. Reach your right hand forward and your left leg back. We're going to float them up. Hold here, balancing with one hand, one shin. If that is too much, bring both hands down to the floor. Take another breath here. And now on your exhale, draw your knee and elbow to meet. Reach them back out in front of you. Exhale, knee and elbow meet. Reach them back out. Exhale, knee and elbow meet. Reach back out. Balance again, holding here, gazing straight down. Can you lift your arm up so that it's closer to in line with your ear? Now bend your back leg, flex your foot. Bring your right hand down to the mat. And extend your leg, bend your leg. Extend and bend, extend. Last time leg is extended out behind you, I want you to bring it all the way over to the right as far as you can. Look over your right shoulder at your left foot. Bump your hips further to the left. And now slide your left leg back behind you. Bring your knees back underneath you. Curl your toes and walk yourself back into a seated position. Sitting up on your heels, letting your toes stretch. Can you reach back and pull that little pinky toe so it's also connecting with the ground? Breathe here. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale them open. Close them in front. Inhale. Exhale, open and close. One more time. Inhale. Open and make your way back into your tabletop. This time we're going to reach our right leg back, our left arm forward, and then lift, hold here. It's your choice if you curl your left toes under or if you press your left foot flat into the mat. Draw your belly button up, feel your spine lengthen. And now draw your knee and elbow to meet, extend back out. Knee and elbow meet, extend back out. Knee and elbow meet, extend back out. Hold here. Can you lift your arm just a little bit? Extend your head forward so your bicep and ear are lined up. And now lower your left hand down, bend your right knee, straighten. Bend and straighten. You can put both hands down, May. Bend and straighten. Now take that right leg, swing it over to the left, and then look over your left shoulder. Breathe here. Return the right knee underneath you and bump your hips side to side. We're going to slide our hands just a little bit forward. Press down into the mat. Grip the mat like you're squeezing piles of sand. Curl your toes under and now peel your hips up, coming into your downward facing dog. Lift your hips up. Find that line, the diagonal. Fingertips all the way up. Take one more breath here. Slowly roll forward into a high plank, shifting one vertebra at a time. Pause here in your high plank. Check that your shoulders are over your elbows. Maybe you need to scoot your feet back a little bit. And now as you lift your belly button up to your spine, draw your lower belly in, lift your hips up back into downward facing dog. Breathe here in down dog, working on our balance. Float your right leg straight up behind you. Flex your right foot. Lower your right leg down. Shift the weight, float your left leg up. Lower the left leg down. Float the right leg up. Optional, roll into your plank, keeping your right leg lifted. Otherwise, put both feet down. And now lift back up into the three-legged dog. Float your right leg down. Float your left leg up behind you. Balancing here. Optional, roll forward into plank, keeping your leg extended. Nice, everyone. Hold here, either put your foot down or lift back up into your three-legged dog. Float your left leg down. Nice. Put your right leg up behind you, bend your knee and step your right foot up between your hands. You're in your low lunge. I want you to think about squaring your hips off and then lower your back knee down. I like to untuck my toe, but again, this is optional. Walk your hands back and start to extend your front leg out in front of you. So you might need to be up on your fingertips. Your leg might need to be bent, but think about getting your left hip over your left knee and then reach your heart out in front. See if you can find a straight spine, not an arch spine, but a long straight one. And then exhale like a little cat-cow. And now open. Now you can arch your back a little bit. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Roll forward back into that low lunge. Plant your hands and step back to your downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward. Find your low lunge. Make sure your hips are square. And then lower your back knee down. Walk your hands back so your right hip is over your right knee. And you can extend your left leg out in front of you. Now your leg might need to be bent if your hamstrings are really tight. And then open your heart. Exhale, round, little cat-cow here. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Come back onto your low lunge. Plant your hands. Step back to downward facing dog. Let your heels get heavy. Float your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot all the way forward back into this low lunge. Lower your left knee down. Untuck your toes. This time we're going to keep our hips forward and reach on up to a crescent lunge. And here, so here we've got this bent leg. We're going to push up and then we're going to sink back down. So your knee stays over your ankle. The pushing up is lifting and then shifting forward. You're not diving forward. Up and down. One more time. And this time, let your hands float down. Step back to downward facing dog. So your knee will move a little bit backwards and forwards, but you don't want it to shoot forward towards your toes. Put your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward. You're in your low lunge. Lower your right knee down where it is, and then reach your arms up. Hips are forward, and then you shift your hips back, and then you sink your hips forward. Nice, shift back, sink forward. So you might feel this in your hip flexor on your right side. One more time. And bring your hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Big breaths. Put your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot forward, low lunge. Lower your left knee down, your hips are forward. Bend your left knee. Maybe you reach around with your right arm and connect with that right foot. Or maybe you just dream about it, think about it, gaze back there. It's okay if it doesn't happen. And then slowly release, step back into downward facing dog. These are all suggestions of things to do, but you have to listen to your body and follow its cues. Put your left leg up behind you, step your left foot all the way forward. Lower your right knee down. Bend your right knee. Maybe you reach your left arm up and back. Whew. Sometimes it's there. One side is very different from the other side. Score. One more breath. And then slowly release, step back to downward facing dog. And breathe here. We're all going to pull forward into our high plank. Drop both knees down, hug your elbows, and practice lowering into your knees, chest, chin. Untuck your toes, press your feet down, lift your chest up. As you're lifting your chest up, I want you to think about your elbows pulling back towards your hips, pressing the tops of your feet into the mat, and then come back down. Leave your hands where they are. Scoot your hands back about a half an inch. And now let's lift up again. Let your hips get heavy. Tops of your thighs are heavy, and you're actively pressing the tops of your feet into the mat. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Draw your belly button up towards your spine and lower back down. Press up onto your knees. Curl your toes under. Come back to downward facing dog. Nice. Trying to make sure that we ignite and activate every single little muscle before we start our vinyasa. Slowly walk your feet up to meet your hands, coming into your forward fold. We're going to hang here for a breath, but we're going to go ahead now and roll all the way up, one vertebra at a time. Once you come to standing, I want you to reach your arms up. I want you to hook onto your right arm with your left fingers and then reach over to the left. Come back up to stand. Now I want you to take your right leg, in front of your left, reach up and pull to the left. Come back to center, and you can make the stance a little bit wider if you need to. Come back to center, and now fold forward. Nice and slow, pressing down with your feet and letting your head hang heavy. See if you can shift your weight just a little bit forward, closer to your toes. And now gently move your right foot back to your left foot so feet are side by side, nothing is crossed. Softly bend your knees and roll up one vertebra at a time, coming up really, really slow. Once you're up to standing, reach your arms back up overhead. This time, take your right fingers around your left wrist, reach up, bend over to the right. Come back up to center. Take your left leg, cross it in front of the right. Squeeze your inner thighs together, reach up and bend back over to the right. You need to think about pressing down with each foot. Even though 2 feet are on the ground, we've lost our balance a little bit. Come back up to center. Now slowly fold forward. Letting your head come down, letting your head hang heavy. Press down with your big toes, your pinky toes and the heels of your feet. Slide your left foot back to being next to your right foot, soften your knees, and roll up one vertebra at a time until you come up to stand. Roll your shoulders back 3 times. And then roll them forward 3 times. Nice. We'll do some sun salutations. So come to the front of your mat. I'm going to kind of be at an angle so I can watch you guys at the same time. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, fold forward as you draw your belly button in and up. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, step back with your right leg. Plant both hands. Step back with your left leg. Hold here in your plank. Drop your knees. Slowly lower down. Untuck your toes. Baby cobra. Press up through tabletop, lifting with your belly. Curl your toes under, back into downward facing dog. Float your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot all the way forward. You're back in a low lunge. Step your left foot up to meet the right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms all the way out and up, fingertips touch. And then exhale, right back down again. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Plant your hands, step your left leg back, low lunge. Pull your heart forward. Plant your hands, slide your right leg back to plank. Take a breath, lower your knees. Keep drawing your belly in as you hug your elbows in by your side. Chest and chin come down. Come into your baby cobra. Exhale, press through tabletop. Curl your toes back into downward facing dog. Float your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward, low lunge. Bring your right foot up to meet the left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press down as you rise all the way up, fingertips touch. Exhale your hands down by your side. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right leg back. Lower your right knee down, reach your arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, back up. Exhale into your low lunge. Step back to plank. Lower your knees, hug your elbows in, chest and chin. Untuck your toes, baby cobra. Exhale through tabletop, downward facing dog. Put your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot forward, low lunge. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, palms touch, and then exhale right back down again. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left leg back. Lower your left knee down, reach your arms up. Exhale, pull your arms down into cactus. Reach your arms back up again. Exhale your hands down. Low lunge. Step back to plank. Lower your knees. Lower your chest and chin. Untuck your toes. Baby cobra. Exhale back through tabletop into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot forward, low lunge. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale your hands down by your side. Take a breath. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right leg back. Option to lower the knee or keep it lifted. Reach your arms up, high lunge. Cactus your arms. Reach back up. Float your hands down. Step back to plank. Lower your knees. Lower your chest and chin. Untuck your toes, baby cobra. Exhale through tabletop into downward facing dog. And breathe. Float your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot all the way forward. Step your left foot to meet it. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Once they touch you, exhale and fold right back down again. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left leg back. Lower your knee if you need that extra balance or support. Otherwise, keep it lifted. Lift your arms up, high lunge. Exhale your arms into cactus. Reach your arms back up. Exhale your hands down, step back to plank. Lower your knees. Hug your elbows in, lower chest and chin. Untuck your toes, baby cobra. Exhale through tabletop into downward facing dog. And breathe. Put your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot all the way forward. Step your right foot up to meet it. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up overhead. Exhale your hands down by your side. Take a breath here. Feel the ground beneath both of your feet. And then slowly shift the weight into your left leg. Start to peel the heel of your right leg up. If you need the wall or a piece of furniture, go ahead and get that. Otherwise, start to lift the right knee up so that your thigh is parallel. Come into your flamingo leg. Bring your hands wherever you need them to balance. And then open your flamingo out into a tree. So your foot should be underneath your knee. Great. Stand here. Draw your belly button in. Maybe you can reach your arms up overhead. Breathe here. Keeping your arms lifted, bring your leg back into your flamingo and then extend the leg out in front of you. Beautiful, everyone. Balancing on one leg, keeping your hips as even as possible. And then float your right leg down. Let your arms come down by your side. Shake it out. Go ahead and do a little wagging of the knocking on heaven's doors, what this one is called. And then come back to stand. Think about your right leg being strong and stable. Lift up your left heel. Find your balance and then start to slowly float your left knee up. So your left thigh is up in front of you. Bring your left foot back to your calf, coming into your flamingo, and then turn and open. Foot underneath your knee. Reach your arms out and up if that's available. Breathe here. Bring your left knee back towards me, and then extend your left leg out. Think about lifting from the thigh, bringing the leg closer to the ceiling. Shoulders over hips, stand up a little bit taller. And then slowly lower the leg down, bring your arms down, step your feet a little bit wider than hip distance, and go ahead and shake it out just a little bit. All right, make your way to the front of your mat. I'm gonna have a sip of water. The heat is killing me, not really. I'm sure none of us are hydrated the way we're supposed to be. Trying extra hard on these extra hot, juicy days. All right. Ready? Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, slide your legs back to plank. Pause here. So we've been doing knees, chest, chin, which I think is a great option. But if you really want to do a chaturanga, you can lower halfway down, untuck your toes, and come into an upward facing dog. Otherwise, stick with the knees, chest, chin, and think about focusing on your strength. Nice. And now lift up into your downward facing dog. Float your right leg up behind you. Bend your right knee and open your hip. Gaze under your right armpit. Feel the stretch through your hip flexor. And now stretch the right leg back out behind you. Draw the right knee into your chest and slide your right foot up between your hands. Lower your left heel down. Keep your hips square to the front of the mat. Reach your arms up, warrior one. Stay here in your warrior one and straighten your front leg. Exhale, come down into your cactus. Reach back up. Exhale, come back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And now, if possible, reach forward with a straight back. Seeing how deep you can come. Bring your hands down if you lose your balance or to your hips. Take one more breath here and then re-bend your front leg. Reach your arms up to the ceiling and open into your warrior two. Check that your right heel is through the center of your left foot. Check your alignment. Arms should be at shoulder height, facing the windows. Take one more breath here. And then straighten your front leg. Let your palms touch overhead, out the window. There you go. Exhale, melt back down. Inhale, straighten both legs, touch your palms. Exhale, melt back down. One more time, lengthen. Exhale, melt. So your torso, your body is facing out the window. And now I want you to turn your head to look at me. Gaze at the middle finger of your right hand. See if your fingertips can stretch apart a little bit further from each other. Turn your right palm up and then follow your fingers as you reach your right hand up and over. If the balance is too hard, shift your gaze back towards me. Come back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Still gazing at that middle finger, reach towards me. And then let your right hand come down to your shin. Reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Now here, you can kind of feel a little soft. I want you to think about lifting up through your inner thighs. Engage your glutes. Squeeze your butt. Draw your belly button in. Make your legs stiff and strong like steel. Holding on to that, see if you can press down with your feet to lift back on up. And then bend your right knee, cartwheel your hands down, come back to plank. Lower your knees, hug your elbows in, chest and shin. Untuck your toes, baby cobra. Or if you want to do chaturanga, you are free to do that. Come back through tabletop, curl your toes, downward facing dog. Breathe here in your down dog. Float your left leg up behind you, bend your left knee, open your hip. Let your right ankle, right heel get a little bit heavier. Re-extend the left leg. Draw the left knee in, slide the left foot up between your hands. Drop your right heel down, pressing into the outer edge of your right foot. Reach your arms up, coming into warrior one. Straighten your front leg, reach up, exhale, pull down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull down. Inhale up. Keep both legs straight and hinge forward. Nice. Reaching forward. Square your hips. One more breath here. And then reach all the way up. Bend only your front knee. Open your heart and chest towards the doors. Nice. Good adjustments. Straighten your front leg. Let your fingertips touch overhead. Exhale, bend only your front knee. Nice. Lengthen and straighten. Exhale, bend. One more time, lift up and bend. All right, your torso is facing the door. Your arms are reaching front and back. Gaze over your left fingertips, looking at me. Look at that left middle finger. And then turn your left palm up. Follow that finger up towards the ceiling. If it gets too wobbly, then go ahead and look back at me. Breathe here in your peaceful warrior. And then come back to warrior two. Oh, wait, straighten your, sorry. Peaceful warrior. Straighten your front leg. Reach towards me. Coming into triangle, left hand down, right arm up. I got a little too zen there for a minute. Think about your legs being strong. You need to press down to find that energy to strengthen them. Engage your inner thighs, stand back up, straight legs, arms straight, bend your front knee, cartwheel yourself down, step back to plank. Lower your knees, hug your elbows in by your side, lower your chest and chin, untuck your toes. Use your core strength to lift your shoulders up off the mat. And then coming through tabletop, pull yourself back into downward facing dog. And breathe here. You can pedal your feet out one side and then the other side. Float your right leg up behind you, bend your right knee, open your hip. Re-extend your right leg behind you, draw your right knee into your chest, slide your foot up, lower your left foot down. Reach your arms up, warrior one. Straighten your front leg. Inhale, reach up, exhale, hinge forward. Straight back, straight legs. Reach back up. Bend your front knee. Open your arms into warrior two, twisting your torso to the side. Nice. Adjust your feet if you need to. No shame in that. Straighten your front leg, fingertips touch overhead. Exhale, melt back down. Straighten and fingertips touch overhead, squeezing everything up. Exhale, melt back down. One more time, reach up. Exhale, melt back down. Gaze at your right middle finger. Let your shoulders relax. Turn your right palm up. Exhale back, peaceful warrior. Straighten your front leg. Reach your right arm out towards me, coming all the way into triangle. Right fingertips down, left fingertips up. Legs are strong. Bend your front knee, come back into warrior two. Bend your right arm, place it on your right thigh, reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Drop your right hip a little bit lower. Reach your left arm towards me. And now rotate into a low lunge, fingertips on the ground. Plant your hands. Reach your right arm, up to the ceiling, coming into a twist. And then plant your right hand back down, step back to plank. Lower your knees, hug your elbows in, chest and chin. Untuck your toes, lift your chest. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Breathe here. One more breath. And then float your left leg up behind you, bend your left knee, open your hip. Step your left foot all the way forward up between your hands. Drop your right heel down, reach your arms up, warrior one. Straighten your front leg, gaze up at the ceiling, exhale, reach forward, coming no lower than parallel to the floor. Reaching out in front of you. And now squeeze everything together to lift back up. Bend your front knee. Open into your warrior two. Adjust your feet if you need to. Straighten the front leg, fingertips touch overhead. Exhale, melt back down. Straighten the front leg, fingertips touch. Exhale, melt back down. One more time, lengthen. Exhale, melt. Turn your left palm up. Exhale back, peaceful warrior. Breathe here. Straighten your left leg. Reach your left arm all the way towards me, bringing your left hand down to your shin or the floor. Reach your right arm up. Press down through your left big toe, your left pinky toe, and your left heel. There you go. There's your strength. And now lift back up. Bend your front knee back into warrior two. Bend your front arm. Place your right arm on your left thigh, your left arm on your left thigh. Reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Nice. Reach your right arm towards me and then circle it all the way down to the floor, coming into your low lunge. Plant your right hand down, peel your left arm up, coming into a twist. And then plant your left hand down, step back to plank. Lower your knees, lower your chest and chin, untuck your toes, lift your torso for baby cobra. And then exhale back through tabletop into downward facing dog. And breathe. Nice. Float your right leg up behind you. Bend your knee. If you want to try it, and only if you want to try it or you've done it before, you can bring your right foot behind you and flip your dog. Be careful of your shoulder if you do that, your left shoulder. Otherwise, stay here. Reach your right leg up. Step your foot forward, coming into low lunge. I got to throw something new in once in a while. Turn your left heel down, reach on up, warrior one. Might have been a stretch, but breathe here. Straighten your front leg. Engage everything as you reach out forward. You're pressing down as you reach forward. So you want to feel this stretch through your hips. And then reach back up, sit back into warrior one. Open into warrior two. Facing not the way. There you go, May. Turn your right palm up. Exhale back, peaceful warrior. We're going to leave our legs where they are, and we're going to come all the way through to side angle. Reaching towards me. Back to peaceful warrior. We'll do it a couple more times so you get a chance. Come back to side angle. I know, you don't want to miss out, right? Reach back. Last one, reach forward. Go ahead and rotate yourself down, coming into your low lunge. Peel yourself up. Bring your right hand down. Step back to plank. Lower your knees. Lower your chest and chin. Untuck your toes. Lift up, baby cobra. Exhale back through downward facing dog. And breathe. Holding in your down dog for a couple more breaths. Taking this chance to realign, reorganize. Now float your left leg up behind you. Bend your left knee, open your hip. Stay here, or if you want to experiment with bringing your left foot behind you, maybe it's just twisting for now, or not at all. Re-extend your left leg, and then bring your left foot up between your hands. Turn your right foot down, reach on up, warrior one. Straighten your front leg. Square your hips to the front of the mat, reach your arms up, exhale, hinge forward. Press down through your feet, reach, 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 reach. And then lift back up, bend your knee back into warrior one. Open into warrior two. Gaze over your left fingers, turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Now we're going to take our left arm all the way to our left thigh. Reach your right arm towards me. Nice. Flow back into your peaceful warrior. Flow back into your side angle. So your upper body is like a half windmill and your lower body is staying super still. Last one, back and forward. Settle here for a breath. And now rotate your torso down, coming back into your low lunge, both hands on the ground. Plant your right hand, twist up to the left. Bring your left hand down, step back to plank, last vinyasa here, lower your knees, hug your elbows in, lower your chest and chin, lift your heart, exhale back, downward facing dog, and breathe. One more breath here, and then lower yourself into tabletop. We're going to cross our ankles and come back into a seated position, extending our legs out in front of us. Lift up nice and tall, seated, and draw your right leg in, pressing your right foot against your left inner thigh. Reach up. So we're doing that same reaching forward, but now half of our body is on the floor. See if this feels a little bit more comfortable. Not as much fear of falling over. Reaching forward. And then see if you can bring your nose closer to your knee. Crown of your head closer to your knee. Maybe you can hold on to your ankle or your foot. Nice, Karen. Breathe here. Soften into it. If your left knee needs to be a little bent, go ahead and do that. Slowly roll back up. Place your hands behind you. Place both feet on the floor and knock your knees side to side. And now extend your right leg out in front of you. Bring your left foot to touch the inside of your right thigh. Reach your arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Reaching forward. And then see if you can come a little bit deeper, bringing your nose closer to your knee or the crown of your head, letting your hands connect somewhere on your leg. Nice, everyone. And now roll all the way up. Plant both feet on the ground and slowly roll down with or without your hands on the mat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So both feet should be planted on the mat, knees are up towards the ceiling. Extend your right leg up towards the ceiling, nice and straight. Flex your foot like you're stomping your right foot up to the ceiling. Now bend your right knee and place your left ankle on your right knee. Take your right hand and gently press your right thigh away from you, opening into this figure 4 type position. Holding your right knee where it is, keeping your hips and your lower abs where they are. Can you float your left shin up to be parallel to the floor? Then reach behind the left thigh and slowly draw that whole shape in closer to your chest. Let your shoulders relax. Breathe deeply. Think about keeping your hips square. Think about keeping your tailbone long and your lower back connected with the floor. Use your right elbow to gently push the inside of your right thigh. Can you extend and straighten your left leg up to the ceiling? And now rebend your left leg. Slide your right leg on top of your left so you're making an X with your legs. Yep. And then reach for your opposite ankle. So cross your legs like you're sitting in a chair, like a good girl. And then reach for your ankles and gently pull this whole contraption closer to your chest, getting a deeper stretch through the outer side of your butt. release, uncross your legs, let your feet slowly come back down to the mat, and then windshield wiper your legs side to side. All right, plant both feet on the floor, knees up to the ceiling. Lift your left leg straight in the air. Flex your left foot. Check in with your hip bones. Are you even? Are you square? Is your lower back connected with the mat? And now bend the left foot and place the left ankle on the right knee. Take your left hand and gently guide the left thigh away from you. And breathe. Square your hips, engage your core, float your right shin up so it's parallel to the floor. Reach behind your right thigh and start to draw everything closer to your chest. Use your left elbow to gently push your left thigh away from you. And now extend the right leg a little bit straighter if that's available. Bend the right foot, place the right foot back on the ground, place the left foot back on the ground, and windshield wiper side to side. Planting both feet on the ground, knees up to the ceiling. You should be able to tickle your heels with your fingertips. Plant your palms down. We're going to take one back bend. If you don't want to do a bridge, you can put your legs straight up in the air. So think about rolling, tucking your spine and rolling your vertebrae up one at a time, pressing down through your feet, keeping your thighs parallel. Squeeze your butt, pressing into the back of your head, lifting everything up. Maybe you can interlace your fingers behind your back, shimmy your shoulders together. 3 long, slow breaths here, pressing your biceps into the ground, triceps into the ground. Lift your belly button higher. One more breath, and then release your grip and roll down nice and slow. Let your knees knock together. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your chest, and breathe deeply. Take this moment now if you want to draw your knees into your armpits or take a happy baby, or maybe there's something else we didn't get to. You want another big side twist. You have a few breaths here to play around. And then when you feel good and ready, go ahead and let your legs come down on your mat. Let your arms come down on your mat. The back of your head resting down. Lay down. Relax. Coming into your Shavasana. I'm going to come around with some lavender oil and do a Shavasana adjustment. If you prefer that I respect your space and don't come near you and don't put my hands on you, place one hand on your stomach and I will know to do that. All right, I want you, before you go into your complete relaxation, think about drawing all your energy from your fingertips, your toes, the crown of your head in towards your belly button. Store that energy in the center of your body. Grab it all in. This is everything you need. And now you're going to exhale and shoot it back out towards your fingertips, towards your toes, towards the top of your head. and let it relax. Make your body heavy and move into this stillness. Let the practice flow over you. Start to deepen your breath. Maybe wiggle your fingers and your toes. Let your head rock gently side to side. Reach your arms up overhead and take a big stretch from your fingertips all the way to your toes. And then when you're ready, slowly roll onto one side. Take a pause here. And then press yourself back up into a seated position. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Feel your breath. Feel your heartbeat. Feel that life force moving around inside of you. Acknowledge it. Thank it. Thank yourself for showing up and taking this time to take care of your body. And I thank you all for allowing me to lead you through your practice this evening. Namaste.